About, don't enter. Those signs warning people to avoid the 20-kilometer exclusion zone around the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. It's a grim reminder of Japan's tragedy. Less than a year ago, 78,000 people lived there. Now they are all gone, forced to leave because of dangerous radiation coming from the crippled plant. Radiation levels have gradually decreased since the earthquake and tsunami last March, but they're still too high for any prolonged human exposure. Kyung Law is the first CNN reporter to enter the exclusion zone. We're about to watch her journey inside. As you'll see, Kyung and her crew took all the necessary precautions and then some to keep themselves safe.
We are heading into the exclusion zone. This is the 20-kilometer-mile radius around the Fukushima nuclear plant, or the 12.4-mile radius around the nuclear plant. And this is the area that the government has said the radiation is too high for people to live in. Some 70,000 people have evacuated out of the area. Now, we wanted to see it for ourselves. In order for us to be able to see it, this is what I have to wear. What I'm wearing is a suit. It's a protective suit, 2 layers. A thinner layer and then a upper hard layer. I'm wearing blue plastic gloves. Throughout, when I'm not speaking on camera, I'll be wearing this mask, as well as covering my head. And this should try to protect me from any radioactive dust. Now, it is raining today, so we feel a little bit better about not having the dust blown into the air. But we do have to make sure we wear protective eye gear, try to protect our extremities as much as we can. I'm also carrying 2 types of meters. This one will actually track how much I've been exposed to as far as the radiation coming and hitting my body. This one is a surface reader, so if I put it up against something, it'll tell me how much radiation is on that surface. So far, 5.005 millisieverts. That's just about the amount of radiation I would have gotten if I had gone to the dentist and been x-rayed. 0.006 now. We're in the town of Tomioka. This is about 10-15 miles away from the Fukushima nuclear plant, and this entire town is a virtual ghost town, a farming community, but you can see the weeds have overgrown a lot of the farmland. Everyone has just had to leave everything behind. It's very weird to drive through this area because it's like one of those horror movies or science fiction movies where all the people suddenly disappear. That's what it feels like. It feels like this place was once a town, a city, and all the people suddenly disappeared. This is a shopping area, and this is right in the center of Tomioka town. And you can see this really isn't all that damaged from the earthquake. There's even a couple of cars here that were left behind. And over here, you can see a little more earthquake damage, and a company over here. But really, it's as if the town is standing. There are just no people who have been here since the initial earthquake. Everybody left so quickly, and they thought that they would be back after a couple of days. But almost a year later, they haven't been able to come back. So this is the protective gear. It's going to become waste now. And our cumulative radiation is about a chest x-ray. That's really what we've accumulated. We've only been in there for about 5 hours or so. So not really hazardous for us for such a short period of time, but when you're talking about living there for an extended period of time, that's really the challenge here for the government, and a question that the people have to ask as to when it's going to be safe for them to ever return home.